You guys doing? This is important in reference to history and important in reference to factual history of people and their family histories and things about them. Uh, these people have tried to make excuses with every product and misrepresenting the facts of history. And these people have tried to make up shit about cigarettes. There's a lot of people that smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes is not what makes a person ugly. Cigarettes does not damage teeth. Cigarettes does not cause the warping of a person's face. Cigarettes does not cause tooth loss or teeth damage. Those are microwaves that do that. Or somebody grabbing a person and burning their mouth with a taser or electric or some type of handheld laser. These government people and these satellite controllers have tried to blame every disease, every health problem on cigarettes. And Asia's even done a lot of research on cigarettes, and so has Italians and Europeans. This is a fact of information of where, these people have made up falsifications to try to steal tobacco companies, to try to steal farmland, to try to steal people's identities, to try to steal people's wealth, to try to steal people's land. And don't forget, the first people I ever saw smoke cigarettes was multi-billionaires and trillionaires. Well, basic information. So, and Hollywood celebrities. Don't forget, I grew up in Hollywood. I grew up at my mother and father's mansions. My parents was two of the richest people in the world. My parents didn't have no diseases. My parents were very beautiful, and so was a lot of the other people that smoked cigarettes. Some of them probably smoke cigarettes nowadays. Some of them might be hiding from satellites. I'm not sure which people, but, there's celebrities and entertainers that a lot of people smoke cigarettes, but, these government people have tried to make it into some type of faux pas or some type of sadistic way of them trying to murder off Americans by fabricating things about cigarettes. Cigarettes does not warp a person's face. Cigarettes does not damage the shape of a person's face. See, these people tried to make up shit about cigarettes, and then they made up shit about birth defects and things like that, which were not true. But they just threw those precautions on there just for whatever reason, just in case for, somebody making up shit. Well, obviously, the Surgeon General knows this information, and he knows that satellites cause problems with people's faces, causes damage to people's bones, causes damage to people's teeth and body parts. So why isn't the Surgeon General arresting these satellite controllers? These satellite controllers have been terrorizing me for a very long time. They did this shit even when I didn't smoke cigarettes. They kept burning me and torturing me, and they caused Osgood slaughter on the leg. They injured my spinal cord before. These people had shot at me when I was a little boy. These people tried to murder me. These people was trying to steal the revenues of the tobacco industry. These people was trying to steal companies in the tobacco. They just burnt me right there, too. That's another physical assault. That's another lawsuit that causes teeth damage. The race of these satellite controllers and their mutilation, they must get charged. They did these things burning me with satellites when I didn't smoke cigarettes. I didn't start smoking cigarettes until after 27 years old. And then I don't even inhale the cigarette. But in reference to the facts of these people violating people's anatomies, accusing cigarettes of all their fucking problems and all their health problems, and there are people in their Mormon terrorism, because Mormons aren't supposed to smoke cigarettes in their religion. I'm not a Mormon. I'm Jewish and Catholic. And the fact of these government people conspiring against the tobacco industry, conspiring against people's anatomies, conspiring against people's rights in America by mutilating and damaging their face and teeth and causing them injuries from satellites, and then them trying to make up false excuses for the actions of their agents when their agents are mutilating and damaging Americans' faces and teeth and other body parts. Those politicians and their government agencies need to get put on trial for treason in America. There's a lot of politicians that smoke cigarettes. Whether they smoke cigarettes occasionally or whatever, that's their own particular choice. But these government people trying to murder and warping and damaging beautiful people or healthy people or pretty people or people that have nice teeth or people that are documented as being supermodels or actors or actresses, these government people have tried to murder off American celebrities, and they've held me hostage. These people murdered my parents. These people tried to steal trillions of dollars in corporate monies, billions of dollars, millions of dollars, and thousands of dollars, and even hundreds of dollars. These people have tried to steal in their communism and their illegal treason in America. The activity of politicians and government people violating people's anatomies with false investigations, and they're attacking people. These people haven't even gotten it right who my biological parents are. They're hitting me in the throat. Have they asked every politician who my parents are? They have to sign those documents who my See, I told you they hit me in the throat again. That's sexual crimes. And in reference to these people damaging my teeth because they're jealous of my singing voice, or they're jealous of my Hollywood career. These people are blocking me from revenues from TV shows and movies and residuals that I was supposed to have received all these years. They're blocking me from an office at the Screen Actors Union that I'm supposed to have. I haven't received even one letter from the Screen Actors Union. And my father owned the Screen Actors Union, didn't he? Need that information publicized. My father owned some other unions too, didn't he? Very important in reference to history. Look up the information. Put it in the news. And in reference to the court cases, all the court cases have to be videotaped. In reference to every court case, like the court case of them burning me with satellites right now, that court case has to be videotaped. Every court judge is required by law to mention my status, my identity, things that I'm the owner of, and who my biological parents are in every single court case. And my birth name. They are not allowed to confuse my identity with this Mark Ray hostage shit. These people have even stolen monies that people tried to send to me under the Mark Ray name. They're still hitting me in the throat. These activities of these government people. Then there has to be court cases in reference to meetings or court cases that my mother had against government people. And court cases my father had against government people and government agencies too. In reference to my mother, in reference to government agencies. My mother even had to sue some people in the military before. Is that not true? Reference to them kidnapping me and holding me hostage back in the 80s. And the government lost in those court cases. Because they had some bad people in military or something that was conspiring, and they were trying to steal my mother and father's estates. And those government people or those military people had been working with previous politicians or politicians that had tried to steal the land of my parents and grandparents. I have not received any letters from any of the courts in reference to any monies or where I could pick up court winnings that I was supposed to have received. I've not received any monies from any of the attorneys or from any insurance or from any job. I've not received anything. These people, every time I've won court cases, it seems as if attorneys tried to conspire against me. It's like every time there's a court case, some attorney is trying to play gold digging games or something or whatever, because I have not received nothing from nowhere. These court cases have been going on for decades against these people. And then the government had hired, obviously, impersonators that tried to steal from me. My DNA is one of a kind. I'm the only child of my parents. These people damaging my face and teeth, trying to slander my character as their way of stealing court case monies or their way of trying to steal my mother and father's estates. Those people need to go into court. Court dates are timed and dated. So in reference to monies and courts, these people have never paid after I've won in court against them. Never. I've never received any of the lawsuit monies from any of the court cases. And these people are squatting on monies, and then they start making up things, slandering my character. They tried to slander my education. They tried to slander who my parents are. They're all illegal activities of government slandering my family history. And these people are violating my rights as an American. They're violating my rights as a person. They're violating my rights as an entertainer, a Hollywood A-list celebrity. And they're violating my rights and my financial wealth, of which my parents had gave to me. I have no obligations to these politicians. I'm not allowed to loan any money to government. My father loaned money to government back in the 60s and 70s, or somewhere around there. And then these people didn't want to pay it back, and then they murdered my father because they didn't want to pay back the money they owed to my father. When these people was campaigning for their career in politics. Is that true? That needs to be on court records too. Needs to be publicized on a website. No, I've not received any information from court television either. I've not received any monies in reference to the injuries or the abuses. Obviously, some other courts from other states need to come over and investigate who the fuck these people are that are stealing my money. Who these people are slandering my character. They're still burning my teeth right now. That's physical mutilation. You think you're going to ruin, or you think you're going to get away with what you have done? It's attempted murder. I've had the same dentist for over 45 years. And this satellite man's been damaging my face and teeth, and that motherfucker needs to get prosecuted. I'm not playing with none of you government people, man. They're choking me again. They need to get prosecuted for their crimes and their delays. And it is attempted murder every second of every day. It's financial attempts of murder. These court judges or whoever they are squatting on money. These people squatting on benefits that I was supposed to have received. And then these people sabotaging my CDL license when I was going to the CDL school. They sabotaged the truck. They intentionally, you got to check phone records to see which people was involved in their activity of trying to make me fail the CDL test when the truck wouldn't turn. It's not a joke, man. It was and I'm not a weakling, you know what I mean? I tried to turn the steering wheel when I was trying to even straight backing the truck was difficult. Like the alignment of the truck was off when they were messing with the steering wheel, with the satellite, or they were pushing on, and it blew up. You know, it blew the truck blew up, but I parked at that time. But then they stalled the next truck when I was driving out of the CDL parking lot when they do the test. It stalled at the traffic light. Many things of importance, you know, it's on that video. I've not received any compensation from anywhere, and these people have been burning me from satellite every single day. It's attempted murder every single day. And in reference to people in satellite control rooms that have been terrorizing my life, we need to see your financial portfolios. You need to see the financial portfolio of administrations that have been attacking me and their leaders of who they are in government that have been stealing from me and their people damaging my face and teeth. We need to see their financial portfolios in the courtroom. Everything they've been doing to me is terrorism, financial crimes of their government agents. And it's financial crimes when they got impersonators trying to steal my lawsuit monies, or there are people trying to trespass on land with their impersonators. Those are financial crimes too, motherfuckers.